Hello, this is Ibrahim Nassar with Ozone Engineering. In this demo, I will be showing you how to correct, assign, and define components in your board using the ANSYS SIwave tool. I will also show how to define components to terminate traces that exist in the board without any termination. So you can use the SIwizard, which is basically an automated way to set up your model for signal integrity simulation. The SIwizard does not consider open or unterminated traces. So we will see in this demo how can we modify these traces and component placement so we can use this SIwizard. Okay, I will start here with this opening SIwave. I'm using here the 2025 R2 release. So I'm going to start a new project. I'm going to save it somewhere. Okay. Now, I want to also create a model here and from scratch. So I'm going to basically modify first the stack up. I'm just going to be basically creating a differential trace on a 3-layer board or 2 layers board. So I'm going to select these layers and delete them for simplicity. Okay, I'm going to make the thickness of this layer to be 1 millimeter. And that's it. Okay, so now make sure that layer 1 is highly selected and active, and I'm going to basically draw a trace. To draw a trace, I can go here and select draw a trace, then finish or done. Then here I can give it a name and give it a thickness. I'm going to give it like 0.8 millimeter. Okay, and now I'm going to basically copy and select all. I'm going to select this, sorry. Select by clicking. I'm going to select this trace and copy it and paste it here. Okay, so now we have, you see here by default net 1 and net 2. Now I'm gonna basically make layer 2 active and draw a ground plane. To draw a plane, we can select here, draw a rectangle, and just draw it like this. Okay, I'm gonna give this a name to be called ground. And we have net 1 and net 2. Okay, so now let's assume we want to run that simulation. So we can manually create a port. To create a port manually here, we can just click somewhere and then click to the ground and ask you basically where the reference is, and you give it a name, and this port will be created. But now I'm going to basically define pads where component can be placed. So component can be placed either on a pad or a via. So to do that, I'm going to insert a via first. So here I'm selected drop via from here, and I'm gonna just basically place it somewhere. And then I'm gonna go to edit the pad stack of this via. I'm gonna create a new pad stack definition and call it new pad stack 1. And I'm gonna make it simple to be just a pad on the top layer. So I'm gonna modify that to be like, let's say, rectangle with a width of 0.6 and update and hit OK. So I'm gonna place one here, and I'm gonna place one here. Okay, unselect all. Gonna basically delete the first one I inserted. I'm gonna also insert vias here. I'm sorry. Inserted one here by mistake. I'm gonna delete this. Okay, so we have now these two traces, and it has via pads here. So now we can select these pads to create a component, but it also would be better like to create another pad or via on the ground plane. So I'm gonna basically drop another via here, and I'm gonna now edit the pad stack definition and gonna create a new one and call it pad stack 2. And now I'm just going to make it for simple to be on metal 2, which is the ground layer. I'm going to change that to, for example, a circle with a radius of 0.5. Update and hit OK. I'm going to place one here to be the reference for this pen, and one here to be the reference for this pen. I'm going to place one here for the reference to be this pen and reference here. Select all. Okay. So now if we select the ground, you see these vias got already defined to be with the same net name as the ground. And here's net 1, here's net 2. Okay, so now after we define it, we want to basically set up the simulation using the SIwizard. SIwizard would not consider these open-ended nets, so we have to terminate them with components. So to create a component is very simple with SIwave. So you just basically select the paths or vias where the component will be placed. So let's select this one, and this one, and this one. Then you basically click on Edit here, the Properties window. And here I'm going to define it to be, for example, a die or BGA, doesn't matter. So let's call it a die, and it's placed in metal 1. I'm going to give it a name, my component. And therefore, sticking it, let's say U11. And as you see now, there's a component got created. And it will be listed under integrated circuit here. You see my component U11. Now I'm going to do it for the other side. I'm going to select this component, this pad, and this pad, and this pad, and this pad. Then we click on Edit and set up die on metal 1, my component 2. I'm going to call this U22 just to distinguish them. Hit OK. So now we have these two components defined. Let's say you have a board and these components came in, but you need to add different pads, or the component got placed on wrong pads. So you can simply modify them by just basically go to that component. For example, here, this one, I'm just basically going to delete it. Okay, and I can, for example, select other pads, just those 3, and I can assign the component to those 3. Okay, so let me undo this. So that's how you modify a component definition that already came in. So you can just delete it and go select the pads where you want this component to be placed on, and select the component if you have a component list. If you don't have a component list, you can also create a new component as we did here. All right, so I'm going to undo this or redo it here, basically. Okay. Okay, I'm going to select this pad, this pad, this pad, and this pad. We don't have to have all these ground pads, but here I added 2. So again, we create the component by going to Edit, Die, metal 1, my component 1, and U11. Okay, so now since these components are defined to terminate these traces, now we can set up the simulation using the SIwizard, which again gives an automated way to set up the model for signal integrity simulation, especially if you want to dynamically link it with ANSYS electronic desktop to do TDR analysis. So let's select that SIwizard. Okay, again, complains that there's no power plane. So let's define the power plane. It's easy to define power plane here. So if we just go to power plane, we select which one we need it to be, and we just click on this arrow down. So now it's defined. So now if we go back to single, so you see the ground plane is marked with red, but it's not a necessary step here. Okay, so let's open the SIwizard now. So again, you see now it's not complaining. We select which nets do we need to analyze. So they are already here. And hit next. We define which one is the driver and which one is the receiver. So let's assume the driver is at U11 component side. And we hit next, next, next. And let's assume here that we want to link it to ANSYS electronic desktop. And we hit OK. Okay, so now we see after we are done with the SIwizard, you see the ports get created. as a single-ended port, and you see like the nearby pad that is in the ground plane to be the reference for each port. So it takes basically the nearest pad for as a ground reference. And as you see here, now it's opening the ANSYS electronic desktop to set up the model. So let me bring the other window here. So you see here, it's with the script it created this circuit to do the dynamic link between circuit and SIwave to perform eye diagrams and time domain simulation. So here's the SIwave results, which basically contains the extracted S parameters in SIwave and brought them here. Okay, so in this demo, basically we set up this quick demo model where we have like an open-ended traces, which might happen in imported boards. And if interested in using the SIwizard, again, you have to have these traces be terminated with components. So here I showed how you have them. You can create a component and terminate them. And in case your board has issues with the component placements, has some missing pads or extra pads, so I showed you how basically you can modify the component definition by deleting it and reassigning it by selecting the pads. So thank you for watching this demo, and I hope you find this demo useful.